Hey y'all. So it's almost the month of May, and here at First Baptist Church, that means that we are about to enter our emphasis on global missions. And one of the primary ways that we engage with that emphasis is by collecting funds for the Offering for Global Missions, which is a special offering that we take up once a year to support the work of the Cooperative Baptist Fellowship and the field personnel that we are able to send all across the globe through the combined efforts of all of the Baptist churches that make up our particular fellowship. And since we haven't been able to meet together for a couple of years, you might have forgotten a little bit about this offering, what it does, and who it benefits. So I want to tell you just a couple of stories about the work that CBF is doing across the globe through these unique people and their unique callings. So I want to make you aware of, first, a partner of ours in Eastern Kentucky, a woman named Scarlett Jasper, who works primarily in McCreary County, but really is kind of all over southeastern Kentucky, working in a region that many of you know personally is pretty economically depressed and where a lot of people are experiencing extreme poverty. Scarlett does all kinds of community development work, from financial literacy to the shoebox program that we participate in around Christmas time, to housing advocacy, to homeless shelters. She is really kind of wrapping her arms around southeastern Kentucky and finding ways to be the presence of Christ to a community that really desperately needs it, and one that we get to partner with on a pretty regular basis. This offering also supports the work of an entire group of field personnel in North Africa who are working with migrant populations and students and equipping emerging leaders in the global church. The North Africa is a prominent area of global migration because it's a gateway to Europe. And so all kinds of people, both migrants and refugees, are coming through that region, and people are getting ministered to who might not otherwise have been getting ministered to. And the church there is made up largely of students who are being equipped to go back to their homes after they finish their studies, or to go to the new places to which they're migrating, and to be the hands and feet of Christ in those places as well. And so the work is multiplied because it's not just staying in one area, it's coming into North Africa and moving out into the rest of the world and equipping the work of the global church. And I could literally go on and on, probably all afternoon, telling you stories of field personnel in Uganda who are working with people who've been displaced by civil war and unrest, field personnel in Bali who are working with the artistic community and using art therapy to help folks who have been incarcerated find redemption and hope and recovery. All kinds of things. The work of the Podaisky family, who were formerly in Ukraine, they're now here in the United States, providing all kinds of resources and coordinating a lot of our response to the ongoing war in Ukraine and the refugee crisis that it has created. But when you give money to the Offering for Global Missions, you are supporting a group of people who are being the presence of Christ in ways that we simply can't be because we're not in these countries. We don't have the resources to be there, but they do, and they are. And every dollar that you give goes directly into their project funds so that they can buy supplies, they can buy food, they can support interns, they can do educational programs, they can do the work that God has called them to do. And so I hope that as we take up this emphasis in the month of May, you will give generously. Our goal is to raise $1,000 for this offering. I think we can meet and exceed that goal. I hope that you will find ways to serve here in our local community. If you're curious about any of the stories that I've talked about, there are always ways to go and serve with these folks in their own context so that we can learn and be transformed by our experiences. But I hope that you will support the incredible work that is being done by these folks. And this is one of our primary ways to do it. So as we enter this month, join me in this emphasis and let's give generously. Thank you.